Well, I think that's a good place to end then. And now I'm going to look into this controversy about this game. Should we look at the controversy on stream? Here, we'll listen to this music while we look into the controversy on stream. Let's see here. Give me this. So I learned about this controversy, like, as I was trying to figure out if today, I'm surprised I dodged this entire controversy. So apparently there's this controversy. I need to look into it. So we'll start with this Reddit post. Filter on? Do I have a crop filter on? Why is this so weird? Anyway. Okay, what's this controversy about that I dodged somehow for like a long period of time? Blue Sky app. Yesterday, on the 24th of May 2025, Zoom made an appearance on Touhou Station. During the broadcast, he discusses his usage of AI in Touhou 20. Shimotsuki Lei made a transcript of the discussion and will be covering his intentions and his stance on the thread. Priest! There's a lot of arguing about AI right now. There's a lot of arguing about various production, but I think the most important thing is not to lose to AI. I've always said that. Leaving the creation of things by AI is losing to AI. But denying AI is refusing it because you hate it is also losing. I'm thinking about whether to completely recognize AI as something scarier than myself or to recognize I accept it. I'm split into one or the other. The reason I used AI at this point was because I wanted to reduce AI to just a tool. So it was on Steam. Okay, so he used it as a background, but he always didn't really care about the background anyway. So statement of intent that I'll never lose in the creative aspect. If I say too much, it will be a spoiler, but I definitely wanted to use AI for the theme of this time. AI as the actual theme. So it would have been better to use it after the final version. I used AI. That's why it would have been better to use it after the final version. I used AI with great intention. As you probably know, the places I use it in were really unimportant places. The backgrounds, the kind that could be made by anyone. In other words, the kind I always use from just photos or material collections. It would have been easier not to use AI, but this was the time to use it to express my intention and send a message. I had a firm intention to use AI more aggressively and incorporate it into tools. Please don't misunderstand me. I don't use AI in my creative work because I think it would be less fun if I used it. There are people like AI artists in the world, but they are beyond their own capabilities and are being used by AI. We shouldn't end up like that. And people who completely reject AI are people who have lost to AI. It's just a convenient tool. AI is a convenient tool. The rights are fine. Oh, I just read that. Adobe's products are written from the beginning as being safe. What has surprised me recently is that Visual Studio and other products also have AI built into them. You don't have to pay for it, so you can't avoid generative AI. So telling people not to use it shows ignorance of the world it's losing. It's a declaration of intent that I will not lose. So even though I'm saying that I'm using generative AI, I want other fans to know that it's not being used. No, I say not being used in the sense of use as a tool, etc. It does not mean that AI is not used in the work. Even when people in the world complain about Touhou or the AI, I want fans to recognize that it's the correct way to use it. I want them to be proud of it. I don't use AI for character ideas, characterizations, or music. If I were to use it and it was fun, that might be fine, but I don't think it would be fun for me. If that happens, I probably won't be able to make it. That's when you lose to AI. It may be that I lose these days, but I want to express my intention that I won't let that happen. I've been fighting AI for a long time. In fact, I've won. I've always been winning. I won't lose anymore. I won't reject AI. And there's also a personal reason. Nowadays, there are a lot of different learning methods to get young people to use AI. We're in an era where we have to use AI to work, so we're making them learn in a lot of different places, so I have to get my kids to do it too. It's a contradiction to say I'll never use AI, but I'll teach my kids AI. So I have to teach them that this is how AI should be used. To do that, I have to make sure I don't turn a blind eye and end up saying I don't want to see AI anymore. I absolutely hate it. Yeah, apparently there was a controversy back in May when the demo version came out, but I avoided it because I was avoiding any and all spoilers, so I avoided the fact that there was a controversy in the first place. So that's what I'm reading right now. Zune using AI for the backgrounds when in the past all he used, what he did for the backgrounds would just take random stock images off the internet. But he's saying, Zune is saying that you shouldn't completely reject AI because that means you're letting it, you're losing to it, basically. If you completely reject something, then you let it win over you. But if you lean into it and do things like AI artist stuff, like the stuff that AI artists make, not use AI to make art, but the AI artist, then you're losing to AI because it's using you. So he's saying that use it for the stuff that doesn't matter. Is what I'm getting out of this. You could collect other people's pictures and make something that looks like them, so Ghibli style is a no-no. I don't think that's a good way to think. Everyone might reject it because they think that's just how AI is, but I think it's something better. I wouldn't mind using AI in the style of Zune's drawings, but I thought it might sound different if someone else used it. I won't use it because it would probably make it less fun. It's not the translation. This is what he's saying. You can collect other people's pictures and make something that looks like them. So wait, and I just read this one. I don't know about calling it my own work, but again, different people have different ways of thinking about it. I'm more of an anti-AI person. That's why I say it like that. I'm negative about AI though. That concludes his stance and intentions with using AI for Touhou 20. Whether or not you think this justifies its use is up to you. I do personally think it's a stance that comes from a place of privilege, one that has not faced as much AI-related trouble as the Anglosphere. I've mentioned this before in another, but perception is very context-heavy and colored by experience and environment, and in Japan it hasn't been pushed as a replacement for all human labor to the extent it has been like in the US or UK. That's not to say that humans being replaced by AI has not happened in Japan. It definitely has in the more exploitative sectors, such as the anime industry, but it hasn't become the public menace that the English-speaking world has to contend with. I would liken it to an opinion someone from a first world country might have over an issue plaguing developing countries, regardless if it's well-meaning or not, ultimately formed in an environment where one is not exposed to the full extent of the situation. Which is why his position on AI is one that only factors in the creative and ethical side of things, since for him, that's the facet of AI and he's been exposed to and mentions, rather than the socio-political, environmental, and educational issues it brings. This disconnect is present among Japanese speakers and English speakers in general, and you'll seldom see issues outside of data scrapping ethics and creativity brought up by Japanese users. What I personally found quite interesting is this initial statement that he thinks the way to conquer AI is to make it become perceived as a simple tool, as is a very Touhou and Gensokyo way of seeing things. Let me open up the store page. I mean, it's a translation, but it's not like a Google translation. It was... I mean, it's more accurate than a Google translation. But this... I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's a... I mean, like they said, there is... AI in Japan is not as socially hated as in Anglo-speaking countries. And Zun's stance was to use it as a tool, as a creative tool that for things that he did not care about. And the thing that he did not care about were the backgrounds of the game. He's like, I don't care about the backgrounds. I never cared about the backgrounds. I just pulled a stock image off the internet, pasted it in the background, and said, that's my background. And now it's like, well, now I can try to use AI, make AI a theme in the story, somewhat hidden in the story. The story was weird. I didn't understand the story. It took a while. So he used it for things that he didn't care about, and for the things he did care about, he didn't use AI. Because, in his words, it would be less fun. I mean, you're being very... you're being very, I guess, kind. Like, you're trying to be objective. Like, oh, yeah, I don't wanna just like hate this guy. It's like I mean, hold on. I'm trying to find read related news? Not related news. Update history? Update history. Okay, let me close that. I mean, true, it should be noted that with these AIs to not give it something that you care about. But like if you're trading stock images, if you don't want to hire somebody, because he's never hired anyone else, like to payroll wise, well, in terms of the mainline integer art, the only other person he had, well, I guess 19 changed it. Okay. 19 had an extra person. But the only other person he had help with art was his wife. And then when 19 rolled around, he then asked someone from Twilight Frontier that he's good for good working relations with to make chibi art. But it's true. I mean, yeah, it's $15. I take a, in terms of AI, I take a back stance on it. Like, yeah, if you're trying to use it to replace someone, then yeah, that's a no-no. But he didn't have anyone creating his backgrounds. He went to his stock images and pulled a stock image, right? So like, to make it look slightly better, and because, you know, he's mostly doing it on his own, I have no qualms about him using AI to make his backgrounds. When if he didn't use AI, he would just go find a stock image, because he's done that for the 30 plus games he's made already. So like, I don't care that he used AI for the background, that he wasn't gonna pay someone to do it anyway, so no one's job was being replaced. And in terms of AI being trained on an image, they're generic backgrounds anyway. Not, I mean, yeah, it's going to be connected to Touhou and you can make all sorts of arguments, but the backgrounds themselves are, they're nothing. Not bothering to pay an artist for a franchise when since 1995 he's done it mostly by himself. And then for something he doesn't care about, he just uses an extra tool. I don't care. But yeah, there's a cultural divide. I don't know how the Japanese people feel, but obviously the English people are upset because the English have already established a negative hatred toward anything and everything AI, no exceptions. Cause like, are there funny things like overdrive or anything? I didn't actually check. There are 13 spell cards? Oh my goodness. I guess 1, 2, 3, yeah, 10. Standard 10. Like, because, like, I mean, pyramid. He never drew the pyramid before, so he would have just found a random. If he wanted a pyramid, he'd just go to a random, find a random stock image of a pyramid. He's never done. It's not replacing anybody. That's the big thing for me. If no one's job is being replaced. Like, if it's either this or you just go to Google image search and find some random free to use pyramid source image ping, then it's like, whatever. And like, there has not been a precedent of paying someone to make the backgrounds in the integer games. So, does it matter? Also, I actually don't know how much money he makes. Does anyone know that? How much does Zune make on each Touhou game? Let's find out. It doesn't say. I mean, someone put in the effort to make the image. Sure, whether it be art, painted, or a picture. But if they're releasing it for free, if it's for free, the images that he's using were free to use, it's like, no one is losing money. No one's life is being ruined. And if you want a low quality in terms of human made versus AI, then you can use it if you want. And I mean, like, out of curiosity, how do you feel about AI tubers, the AI tubers that have gotten popular, if you're willing to share? Because, like, to me, it does feel kind of off that people are okay with a guy making a machine learning AI to entertain the masses. Yeah. If they're okay with that, but not using AI to make an image. Like, to me they're the same, but to other people they're not. I mean, like, the usage is the same. Using AI to do something that a human did before. That's how I feel. And, like, if people like what they like, then okay, I'm not gonna discount them. I'm not gonna tell them, say, like, this person sucks, this creation sucks, these people who like this suck. I'm not gonna say that, because why should I? It's a waste of my breath. Let people like what they like. I'm not gonna hate on people because they like something I don't, or I disagree with, or blah 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 blah. But to me, it is confusing. Like, is it individual versus company? If an individual made an AI, that's better than if a company made the AI? Is that the disconnect I'm having here? I don't know. So, like, if you were to summarize my opinion on AI, I am definitely full force anti-AI, but I'm not going to attack someone that uses AI if there are seemingly zero impact. And like you said with Touhou example, someone took a picture, someone drew an image and released it for free for someone to use. But profits-wise, no one lost anything in that exchange. Now, you could then argue, okay, well then if AI takes over all the stock images, no, the person won't have a job. The person making the stock images won't have a job. But I feel like if for those free options, I feel like with also the obvious pushback from of AI from many individuals, I feel like it would just become another option. Of course, then you'd have to figure out how to distinguish between the two, and that's the hard part. Like, they have to be tagged, hopefully, in the future. The human-made ones will be tagged human, and the AI ones will be tagged AI. Like, if we had that kind of environment, I feel like it would be okay if no one is losing money over it. It's just another selection. Like, if you have to dig like 2 or 3 steps deep, I'm like, that's too far. I don't want to think about that. Not because I want to be ignorant, but because you're sweating hairs and splitting hairs. That's the term. But I don't know. What I can agree with, it's a very sensitive topic. the age we live in is a very sensitive topic. Alright. Let's get out of here. But yeah, that's my stance. And some people might call me hypocritical or whatnot, call me names, but at the end of the day, just enjoy what you want to enjoy. And if you want to hate something because it has something you don't like in it, then go ahead. What's stopping you? But don't bring other people down because you don't like something. I'm not getting rid of negativity. I'm just saying if you want to be negative, don't make other people negative if they're having a positive. And just to be clear, I'm not attacking you, Servant, with that statement. I just like, oh no. I'm not attacking you, I just want to be clear. That was a general statement that I abide by, like my philosophies. And to end off this discussion, I appreciate what Touhou 20 has given. The story feels rough around the edges. I haven't played it all, so we'll see. But gameplay-wise, Touhou 20 is a great game. Today I really enjoyed playing Touhou 20. There are some irritating moments, but I guess that's what was promised when he promised it would be more classic shmup. That a lot of classic shmup ideologies were put in place, and it showed, and I'm bad at the classic arcade shmups. So it was hard for me, but it was fun. And character-wise, which was not touching the AI part, the characters, it was hard for me to figure out what was going on along with characters and story. It feels like... Actually, now I have to bring AI into the picture. Now that I've read the actual interview, since AI was supposed to be a underlying theme of the story, not that he used it to make the story, but an underlying theme for the story, I feel like he was trying to send a message. Maybe I'm looking way too deep into this. But the whole premise of the story, from what I could tell through the one route that I've played, is that the world is stagnant. And through the beauty of the previous games, you're able to break through the stagnation. So, like I said, I might be thinking way too deep into this, but I think Zun's entire story for Touhou 20 is you're fighting AI. You're fighting the concept of AI. You're delving into this mysterious zone that if you don't understand what AI is, that you don't know like the back end of how AI works, that this new area that seemingly spawned into Gensokyo is like it's a mystery to those who don't understand how AI work on the back end. So you using the power of human-made scenarios from the past, you push through, and then you discover you're surrounded by this AI-generated world, backgrounds, not the characters. And so you're looking all over the place, like, whoa, what is this? What's going on? Until finally you get to the... I mean, skipping some steps. You get to the end, and you find out the final boss is like, my power is to create the stagnation that's going on. It is your choice to decide how you want this story to go. And protagonist is like, I want to go back to the original. So you fight, you win, and then at the end, the final boss is like, alright, good. You did what you're supposed to do. Alright, turning back. And then that whole situation, the whole main story of Touhou 20 never existed after the stagnation was put back into perpetuity. Does that sound like I'm going crazy? Because, like, I mean, putting up skeptics like, oh, Zune could be lying about all this. But if what Zune is saying is true, that the underlying theme of Touhou 20's story has something to do with AI, and the fact that he used AI as not every background, but some backgrounds in the main story, that the whole game is about fighting AI and reverting back to a time where AI never existed. Which I wasn't trying to make this out. I wasn't trying to think this deep into it, but now that I'm in this rabbit hole, I'm like, that's actually super clever if it's true? If the entire premise is fighting AI and reverting back to a state that doesn't have AI? Because, like, I don't know how many backgrounds he uses AI. We just know that some of the backgrounds, just the backgrounds, no, not the music, not the characters, not the gameplay mechanic, nothing. Just the backgrounds. Just the backgrounds are AI. Placing Zune created characters into an AI world. Like, I could be going crazy, but like, if it all lines up with stage 5, you fight Toyohime, a written character, a written work character, only appears in Silent Sinner in Blue, a manga. She talks about how this stagnation happened in the lunar capital, where she's from, and she's resolving that, so it's protagonist's job to fix the stagnation in Gensokyo. Like, am I going crazy? And like, what's the extra stage about then, if all of this is true? is the extra stage. This extra stage is about this character that the extra stage boss is about this character that supposedly knows everything, is omniscient. Oh my goodness, the extra boss is the epitome of AI. No way! No way! Let me explain. Extra stage final boss, is supposed to be this omniscient character, knows everything about everything. You beat her up, and she's like, wait, I don't know anything. What? All this knowledge was fake? That's literally the conversation I just read. The extra boss is the epitome of AI. Or like, that specific yokai, quote unquote, was using AI to know everything, but in reality, she knew nothing. And I mean, in the scenario I read, Rain was like, "Hey, yeah, you don't know anything. All that omniscient stuff, yeah, you're stupid. Anyway, what you should do is follow me instead." Oh my goodness. Everyone attacking Zune and being like, using AI in your paid video game? Nasty. I'm over here like, well, hold on. If Mr. Zune is not a liar and he said, I only use it for a couple backgrounds and the underlying theme of the game is AI, it all makes sense. That's crazy. It's crazy if it's true. It's now that I've seen every character in the game, I can't be spoiled. I want to look on YouTube right now. Touhou 20 meta story AI. No. Removed AI art mod, yeah, because people hated the AI art so much. Okay. I don't see anything, unless it's a Japanese video, in which case, like, I don't know Japanese. How many backgrounds in Touhou 20 is made with AI? Touhou 20 is not Touhou New World. Spell card backgrounds might be AI generated. I mean, if it's those two, how do I know? I'd have to, like, the game's too new. It came out on Sunday. Touhou 20 all backgrounds. Can I get all backgrounds? No, I'd have to do like a deep dive into like myself stare at every single one. But that's great. How fluent? I'm not fluent. I can read hiragana and katakana. Sort of. Once you took kanji is still a mess. You can't learn kanji in a year. Kanji is a lifetime of learning. So I mean, and if you take away all of that and just say, in terms of speaking, like, can you understand things here and there? Like, no, I'm still learning that too. There's a lot of scenarios that you have to go through in terms of learning any language. and like I'm not speaking it to other people, so like in terms of fluency, I'll never be truly proficient, truly fluent. Wonder when Ren gets off work or wakes up. One or the other. I really want to speak to like people that play Touhou and be like, I think I cracked the code. This story is crazy. And like, not. I mean, it could be Chumbio plot, blah blah blah, video game. But like, I always enjoyed how meticulous Zune was with his stories. So like, to then come across Touhou 20 and be like, oh yeah, there's AI generated backgrounds, but I did everything else. There's a underlying theme, and then like when you read the story, you're like confused. It's like, what's happening? I have to play this game more. I have to go through every single scenario to confirm my suspicions. This is my suspicion. And I feel like a lot of people, I'm not going to say everyone, but a lot of people, at least in Anglo-speaking societies that have been affected by everything AI equal bad, are stuck on, oh no, he used AI at all, so this game is automatically garbage, and then they don't look further into it. But because I'm a researcher, I automatically look into things, even if they seem bad. Because you never know what's lying underneath. That's crazy. I hope I'm right. Because, like I said, the meticulousness they put into every single Touhou game and every single written work and every single music CD song's story, because yes, every song and all the music CDs that he made have the album story, and each song has a story blurb. Like, he has been super meticulous, everything, creating this Touhou environment, and to then one day just be like, lol, AI, have fun. It's like, it's a subversion of expectations, but to the naked eye, you just be like, oh, he's succumbed to AI. What an idiot. He's washed. But if you're a true Touhou fan, you have to realize that there might have been a reason for this. And I think that this is my take on why he used AI. Even if it makes him look bad, he wanted to make a theme based on AI, cultivated into his story, to make something good, to make a good story. He's sacrificing his reputation to try and make a good story. Or maybe he doesn't even know about the AI. Well, no, he said in his interview he's definitely anti-AI. But and then he said some other stuff about, like, don't succumb to AI. Whether it is being fully taken over by it or completely rejecting it, blah blah blah. That was his take. So, like, man, if this is all true, I have newfound respect for the man to sacrifice his reputation to make a good story. Or really, No, because like even in probably in the actual interview, people also like interviews. I think one of them was like Beat Mario, and the other one was someone else. I don't know based on the picture. Yeah, it could be satire. Yes, but he weaved it into the story so well. I don't know if people will get it. Cause I mean, it took me a while. Well, first off, cause I said this earlier, you might have been away for a bit. I learned that there was an AI controversy in Touhou 20 before I started streaming today, because I was trying to figure out if the English patch was ready. Which, surprise, it was. But I typed in Touhou 20 into Google, and the first search result was Touhou 20 AI. I'm like, oh. And then I clicked on it, I was like, oh, is someone using Touhou 20 in AI? With, like, AI stuff? Like, no, Zoom was using it, bro. It's like, oh! Well, that'd be interesting to look into later. I don't know where my train of thought was going with this, but oh my goodness. Yeah, so like, in the interview, like, the two people were questioning what in the heck he was doing. They were questioning, like, why in the world are you using AI? When this entire time, from 1995 to 2023, because he didn't make any Touhou in 24, up to 2023, all the written works, all the music CD album art, all the video game, everything was art, was human-made art. And now, for some reason, you decide to put AI, and they were questioning, like, what's going on? Why are you using AI? He's like, well, I don't want to spoil the story, but, like, you know, I use it a couple times here and there. To be a secret, but AI might be relevant to the story. SEO? What's SEO? Gotta love. Is that a typo or is that an acronym? I don't know. Anyway, I'll let you explain yourself. Cause so like in Japan, like while it's not like that one Blue Sky poster said, in Japan the AI hate that the English speaking countries have is not as prevalent in Japan, though the AI taking over people's jobs is taking over Japan. The actual entire hatred that occurs in like America is not present in Japan. The fact that there is still a hatred in Japan, but not as much as other places, is, I think, more proof that Zun knew what he was doing. He knew he would be sacrificing his reputation to try and make a beautiful satirical story that is an attack on AI. But in order to do so, he had to make an AI world, which would destroy his reputation. But he wanted to make a fun story out of it. This is my current headcanon, and this is why I now have a newfound respect for the guy. My goodness. I hope other people realize, or like have this realization, that it could be this incredible story dissing AI, but in order to do so had to use AI to formulate said story. Sorry, my mind is still blown on how I could come up with something so ludicrous, but also something that can be so real. Search engine optimization. Okay. Google recognizing a controversy or can serve it to you because drama anger drives clicks and internet traffic. Well, I don't think it's Google recognizing a controversy. I think it's just I don't think it's smart enough to. Is Google smart enough to recognize controversy? I thought it was just Google, I mean, search engine be like, okay, this thing is searched a lot, therefore I will recommend this to other people that are typing similar words. I thought that's just how search engines worked. No, yeah. I mean, like, I didn't think algorithms can distinguish between a controversy and not. I thought it just recognized what gets the most clicks and then suggests that to other people. Like, it can't actually understand that the thing that people are searching for the most is a controversy or not. It's just something that, because controversies get the most clicks, that it just so happens to be the thing that search engines are suggesting. Also, Touhou 21, each Touhou game, I mean, there are some that are loosely connected, but each Touhou game is its standalone story. So Touhou 21's not going to be talking about Touhou 20's story. But Touhou 20.5 could be. Touhou 20.5, the decimal games, some of the time, are directly connected to the integer that they're decimaled on. So if he makes a 20.5, it could be an expansion on Screw AI. But yeah, I want to know how many people thought this far ahead. Because no one has made a video on it yet. Because all the videos that I've seen are from when the demo was released. The AI backgrounds, because there was no context to the story yet. Or like the entire context of the story wasn't existent yet. So people, all they had to go on was, oh, AI background, stupid. But now that the full story is finally released, it's like, well, hold on a second. This is a masterpiece. This actually, I never thought that he would make such a quote-unquote political stance in his video game. A fight against AI, I did not think was something that I would see Zune put in a video game. Cause I don't think there has been a precedent to real world situations interpreted into a Touhou game. I think this is the first one. Unless unless he's been doing it for every single game and I've just been ignorant. So it is surprising, like, now that I'm calming down, but like, it is crazy. I don't know how to make YouTube videos. That's the problem. Also, like, I'm a non-existent person in the Touhou mass media community. I don't know how YouTube videos take off like from a nobody. But even then, even if it did somehow take off, I don't know how to make a YouTube video. I don't know how to edit. What, do I just take the highlight, post it to YouTube, be like, there you go, watch my full clip. Lol. This is my take. Like, that's the best I could be able to do, because I don't understand how editing works. I don't know how to edit. And I don't know who I would hire to edit something like this. So, like, the best I would do is, you know, section off this part of the VOD, highlight it, so it's stuck on Twitch forever, upload it to YouTube, and then to be like, title it Zune using AI? There's more to it than you think. Video idea. Zune using... I don't know, it'd probably make a better title with like adding controversy or something. Like, I don't know. I don't know how YouTube works algorithmically. And then that video will be up for the actual YouTubers that know how to edit or have editors. They can take that and be like, oh my goodness. Now I can make like a pretty picture and show people. Spread the word. I think I'd be more okay with like with something like that. Not me actually make a high quality video because I don't know how to do that. Anyway, it's like almost 2 o'clock. I've been steaming. What's the word? Steeping. Steeping is when you put the tea bag in the hot water, right? You steep the tea. I've been steeping. Do people say that? I don't know anymore. I've been marinating in this thought bubble, this hypothetical thought bubble. Because I don't think Zune has made an interview, has gone on an interview since Touhou 20 released on Sunday. But to be quiet about the reason why he used AI from May until now, basically, and to have to deal with his reputation suffering because he decided to use AI for a secretive reason, and most people are assuming because he doesn't have the time to do it, that he has balls. Also, I'm gonna look at I said I was gonna end, but now I want to look at the discussions page on Steam. I want to look at this discussion page on Steam. Or like the community content. I was looking at I was looking through the community content. I pulled up an image of one of the bosses that I fought that was inside this sanctuary. It's called the Sanctuary. That has to be on purpose. It's all on purpose. This AI world that he created in Gensokyo is called the Sanctuary. And in order to break in, you have to use real human-made art, well, story. It's not. It can't be a coincidence. Anyway, I was looking to see if I pulled this one boss up. I was trying to see like, did he draw this to make it look like AI? Because that would be the nail in the coffin. But like, in terms of like weird finger thingies, he probably didn't want to do anything crazy, like have a sixth finger or anything. But like, maybe like the funny pose, the weird pose. Well, Toyohime is Toyohime, and they're in the sea, so like that doesn't make sense. The final boss is an amalgamation of random parts. It's still going. Funny Sphinx person. She's holding 2 sticks, 1 in each hand. Sorry, I'm invested now. I should be going to sleep. No, I don't see anything that would inquire. No, because stage 3 does have AI art in it. Yeah, so it's hard to say. How do you draw art to make it look like AI without having those stupid AI errors, like the 6 fingers or the 2 left feet or whatever? How does one do that? And if Zune did do that, let me look at this person that's like supposed to be stuck inside. The snake thing with the people and the funny skirt, Yuiman Asama. I mean, the hand kind of looks weird. I'm going insane. Bruh. Someone said, Watari Nina is sexy. I like her. Okay. Sorry, no, okay. I didn't want to go into the media. I wanted to go into the discussion, the discussions page. Bomb glitch. How to use TH crap. TH19 dialogue window. I'm really disappointed with the game. Oh, this person's disappointed because it's too hard. Yeah, people complain about difficulty is dumb. I don't care. What do you guys think of Touhou 20? Welcome, Omega Bleat. I'm stuck in this rabbit hole. I'm stuck in this rabbit hole of the reason why Zune put AI in his game. And like, because of the interview Zune made, like, what was it? After the demo was released, but before the main game was released, the full game was released. he said Zune said that AI was used in some of the backgrounds, and they talk about why he used it, blah 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 blah. But he said AI might be related to the story, and I went down the entire rabbit hole of the fact that the entire story of Touhou 20 is the protagonist fighting AI. And when you beat the game, the world is reset back to a world without AI. And like, I'm just trying to see if anyone else thought about this as a Touhou theory for Touhou 20. I'm going through all the discussion topics in the Touhou 20 discussion page. But everyone's just talking about, what do you think about Touhou 20? What do you think about AI? And everyone hating on AI. Because like some people are like, oh, he's using AI because he was using stock images and he didn't want to use stock images anymore, and things like that. Like, and then like a lot of people just, I mean, English speakers are throwing it aside. Why not use AI? Literally net positive. People just butthurt if the AI final boss isn't Neuro. Someone might be disappointed. No, 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 no. The thing is, the actual entire story is about the protagonist getting rid of AI, and the extra stage boss also about this random yokai that. I mean, I don't know how much. I mean, you've played the game or know the story. Do I need a spoiler warning? Actually. Like, I don't. Okay, I'll step back again. I don't care if people use AI or not. If they want to be happy with whatever they want to do, they'll be happy with whatever they want to do. Just don't get things mixed up. Don't lie. Blah 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 blah. But the actual entire story of Touhou 20. I mean, no, it's not. I played it all in English today. The English patch is ready. I played the main story and the extra stage in English. The entire VOD. There's only one part that wasn't translated yet. And that was the first extra stage select screen. Yeah. Open up that English patch. Or re-download it, or whatever, you have to update it. It's updated. The wiki's not updated. Because I tried to reload either the ending or the extra stage dialogue. The Touhou wiki is not updated. But the English patch is. Because I played it all. I mean, I played it all on Reimu with the Scarlet Devil Crystal Rock. Maybe some character combination is still not translated, but the first one, the literal first one, is translated, both main game and English, and extra stage. But yeah, my headcanon, my theory about this game is the reason why Zune put AI backgrounds in the game is because he wanted his story to be about the protagonist venturing into an AI world and destroying AI, reverting the world back to a state without AI. That is my headcanon, and I want you to think about that when you read the story. Because I want to spread the word. I don't want people to hate this game because it has AI in it. Well, whether or not, well, for the people that hate any kind of use of AI. I don't want people to hate this game because it has AI in it. I want people to truly think about this theory I came up with tonight. Because today was my first time playing. I didn't play the demo. Today was my first time playing the game. I want, because I know people are gonna hate this game because it has any kind of AI in it. I want people to think about my theory and see if they understand where I'm coming from and why Zune destroying his reputation to make an incredible story, like a hidden deep story in this game, is the most genius move ever, even if it is destroying its reputation right now. At least in the English, maybe everywhere, but obviously in the English-speaking countries. Please think about it. This is important to me. I love Touhou. I've been playing for 8 years. I don't want people to hate any game because of something that doesn't, to me, doesn't matter. That's my take. That's my theory, and I want people to think about it. I want people to know how I'm thinking, and it's something. This series is important to me, and I don't want people to hate it because of something that's not from a misunderstanding, let's say. Okay, I'm sorry. I have too much energy from theory crafting. I can't. I've been saying it for way too long. I've been on this ending screen with Koichi being happy for too long. So, I think, I don't know. Spread the word, actually. If anything, even if you don't come back here, at least tell other people about my theory. I think that would make me feel good. That would make me feel better, actually. Like, if you had to choose between coming back and watching me, or spreading the word that the entire game of Touhou 20 is destroying AI, a satirical story of destroying AI, I'd rather you do that one. For sure, for sure. But AI is a concept. Imagine destroying a concept. Like, that's pretty absurd, right? You know, oh yeah, fighting a yokai, fighting an alien, fighting a multiple gods, fighting the power of the sun, Sunny D. Fighting fighting the goddess of hell. all this absurdity, and now we're fighting the concept of AI, and not that the final boss is AI, but the concept of AI is challenged and destroyed in this game. Like, that is the level of absurdity we've gotten to. Ah! I'm just excited. I've only played Reimu Scarlet Devil route for main game and extra, and I want to play more. But I am on a weekly schedule because I have a lot of work to do in actual IRL life. Work doesn't let me play more. I'm so excited about this game. I swear, if one of my Touhou friends comes in while I'm trying to end the stream, I'm gonna take like another 30 minutes to an hour exclaiming the joys I've had playing this game. But I do need to go to sleep. It is 2 a.m. And while I still am riding on the hype of theory crafting, I definitely need, no, not theory crafting. I'm like, I need to sleep. I definitely need to sleep. Yeah. Work. There's a lot of work to do. So I only stream Fridays and Saturdays. Fridays are mostly my Touhou days, but the Fridays are the games that I want to play. And Saturdays, the games that chat pick for me, unless I say I'm commandeering it, which I'm probably commandeering it. Oh my goodness, you did a follow. I'm guessing it was you. I don't have my open. But thank you. I appreciate it. I'm trying this new follow format where if the person is talking in chat, then I will thank them personally, but if they haven't talked in chat yet, I try not to say their name. I just say thank you. But thank you for following, because we're talking with each other right now. Well, the community, I hope you enjoy your stay. Touhou fun. Touhou fun. I am gonna make this last part of the stream a highlight. I might actually go through with it and upload the highlight to YouTube though. Like, no doubts. Cause I don't know how to edit, but I want this to be shown to everybody. I want as many people to know about this theory as possible. And while I don't know anything about editing, I probably am just gonna highlight this part and upload it to YouTube. Just this part, not like the actual gameplay. Because like the gameplay, I'm like, I'm confused. What's happening? This is what happens when you enjoy a franchise a lot. And like, I mean, I said this many times. I could be going insane. I could be clueless. I could be making up excuses. But this is what I feel like is happening. This is what I feel like Zune decided to do. And I want people to at least consider my theory before disregarding this game. Alright, I'm ending this stream. If you have anyone for me to raid, you can put their name in the chat. Otherwise, thank you for watching me play the game and then theory crafting out of nowhere. Whether you liked, whether you chatted, whether you stayed for part of the time, whether you stayed for the full time, whether you are an AI sympathist or whether you are an AI hater, I appreciate every single one of you. Next stream tomorrow, 9 p.m. Central. I'm pretty sure we're finishing Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel. We're definitely in the final dungeon. So I think I'm finishing it tomorrow. If we're not, then the game's longer than I thought. Thanks for the stream. Well, thank you for coming at the end. I appreciate it. I appreciate the follow. I appreciate you coming in. And I appreciate you considering my theory, and hopefully you do try to spread it with any of your Touhou friends that you may have. Or at least any Touhou channel that you also watch. And anyone who hates the game, to at least have them consider, because I will be doing that. What was I saying? Yeah, tomorrow I'm hoping 9 p.m. Central. I'm hoping to finish Trails of Cold Steel. If not, I'll be sad. But yeah, Friday, Saturdays are my stream schedule, both at 9 p.m. Central. I'm going to be playing Touhou 20. I made the same mistake at the beginning of the stream, because I said Touhou 12 instead of Touhou 20. And then I said it in English now, Touhou 12 instead of Touhou 20. I'm okay. I'm not going crazy. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be playing Touhou 20 on Fridays, 9 p.m. Central, for every single route and that I can. So there's, what was it, 8 different crystals, so 8 different routes. and there's 2 characters, so at least 16 streams of Touhou every Friday. And then I might do some lunatic runs after that. We'll see. And then after Trails of Cold Steel, I'm commandeering it because I do want to play Bonanza, and I don't want that to go by the wayside. So I'll be playing Donkey Kong Bonanza after Trails of Cold Steel finishes. That is my plan, and I hope chat doesn't get angry at me for commandeering Game B. Anyway, that's it for today. If none of y'all have anyone for me to raid, I will be saying my farewells. Thank you all for sticking around. I hope to see you tomorrow. Or next time, or wherever, whenever, wherever. So until then, so long, farewell, take care, stay safe. Bye-bye.